NPC encounters such as this one are memorable moments for those immersed into Souls games. Compared to bonfires, lamps, or graces being literal checkpoints in a mechanical sense, NPCs are more mental checkpoints. Moments where instead of being left alone, stressing out and strategizing your next move, you have someone you can talk to and interact with. Maybe they provide lore about themselves to form connections, or to sell you that item you've been looking for. Whatever it may be, NPCs provide color in this bleak world, providing a thought that maybe this isn't so bad.
Bazinga. What on earth are you doing?
NPCs throughout Souls games have remained mostly consistent, usually being fairly basic in terms of their gameplay design. But in a series of games where the creator overwhelms you, the simple design and traits of these characters can really shine through. Whether it be found in the houses of Yharnam, cages of Lothric, or even trapped in the depths of Lordran, you can always meet that friendly face to tell you, don't lose yourself. Because you are more important than what you think. Usually coined by the saying, these words are a little corny nowadays, but they still are rather important. Their meaning being just to keep your wits about you, no matter how difficult it can get. Most NPCs express this in very unique ways, and you can see how they grow slowly over time. Orbeck is one of the more interesting of the bunch. The first interaction you have with him, he isn't fond of you. And if you're below 10 intelligence, he won't even give you the time of day. If you do meet his standards, however, he still responds with an ultimatum. The deal he offers just requires you to fetch him some knowledge in the form of scrolls. Failing to meet these terms causes him to leave after killing a few bosses. After making your promise, he vanishes to Firelink, awaiting your return. This isn't a first good look. His closed-in and passive-aggressive nature makes most players not fond of him at first, with most ignoring his questline altogether. But treat him as more of an investment. Heading outside the ruins, and down a ladder, you arrive at Faron Keep. And heading in either of these directions, you can find 2 of the 4 scrolls within Lothric. And upon acquiring said scrolls, who better to give them to than Orbeck? Offering these scrolls to him, you uphold your end of the bargain. And now knowing your competence to seek sorceries, Orbeck stays as your teacher, awaiting for you to find more knowledge for you two to master. And after a while of seeking the last 2 scrolls found in Lothric, alongside mastering all the lessons your teacher can provide, he says this.
I promise to stay safe. It's been nice running our own little school.
Investments are a scary thing. It's terrifying sometimes taking a risk to grow a relationship from starting negative. But those relationships are usually the ones you remember the most.
Greirat is imprisoned in the High Wall of Lothric. And after freeing him, it turns out he wasn't seeking freedom, but instead purpose. He wants us to find Loretta in the undead settlement and deliver a ring on his behalf. However, when we get there, she's been murdered by an evangelist.
Heavens, she was already dead.
With Loretta no longer alive, Greirat struggles to find meaning with the player being the only one able to aid him, but unfortunately, being made of ash is dangerous and wicked by design. Greirat becomes our pillaging merchant, risking his life for the Ashen Ones, providing gear, weaponry, and items only a thief would know how to acquire.
Perhaps I'll go on the prowl.
Each journey he takes can result in him dying, but Greirat goes anyway. For us.
I will leave for some time. Do stay safe, you hear? Or my efforts will have been for naught.
Whether interpreted as greed or as our desire to help someone in mourning, Greirat dies by our hand, with the only way we can truly save him being ignoring his existence entirely. Greirat is safer in a dingy cell at the end of the world than he is at our side.
Lucatiel can first be met in No Man's Wharf, undergoing the same journey trying to find a cure for the curse brought upon her, knowing that going hollow leads to a fate worse than death. Conversing with her, however, starts off as usual NPC dialogue, with her offering her hand in battle wherever you see fit. As you progress your journey in Dranglake with the assistance of the knight with you, you continue to form a strong bond with her, and she can be met in Lost Bastille, Earthen Peak, and Black Gulch. Each conversation lets you know more about her story, like how she hails from a land called Mirror, and how she is also in search of her brother. But something feels off. Slowly, memories and conversations you had start turning into hazy thoughts to her. Her reason for being there starts to be forgotten, and slowly, she starts to lose herself.
What is this curse? The question rings in my mind, but I haven't the focus to answer it.
It's frightening to see this noble knight that stood on honor and morals slowly be lost to curses that claimed many others. And upon entering Audia's keep, seeing her bending a knee over the bonfire, you realize she doesn't have much time left.
Dread fills the air as there's nothing that can be done to help her. The curse has indiscriminately claimed another. The only thing that can be done is listening to Lucatiel's final plea. She begs to be remembered by name, desperately handing over whatever she has left in this world to give. Meanwhile, your character is only able to stand there, watching your friend meet her end, with the realization being you were never meant to win.
Every time you go into these worlds, you were meant to give up. You were a failed last resort, a desperate attempt to fix what cannot be undone, a forgotten husk to perish like the rest. That is all you are, a husk, meant to die and be done, to go mad over goals that tower what you could never achieve. You were brought into this world to be nothing more than an animal to be slaughtered, a body to a pile that only grows, a literal curse to the world you breathe in, with your worth being stripped away from you by the second, alongside the doubt and helplessness ever growing within you, wanting you nothing more than dead.
Old friend, for a final toast. To your valor, my sword, and our victory together. Long may the sun shine.
Yet, despite all of this, you persevere. Those people you meet start to become more than trusted allies. They become the ones you cherish the most. Eventually, though, you will meet someone that cares enough to tell you to go forth and make something of yourself. To achieve the unachievable. Maybe that's all you needed to hear. That person could really be that one more chance, that motivation, that love you have always needed. Because despite everything in these worlds, they are cold, yet compassionate.